don't have access to a Byte instance. So I'm going to turn this on and kind of narrate through this process. So you get started and you come down to the verifications. As you can see here, you can do the quick jump if you have that set for verifications. You'll see Truv in your verification section. You'll select that and you'll select what type you want to run. And if you select income, it will run for both income and employment. You can run on multiple employers at the same time if you have them. And so you just check the box on what you want to run on. So you can also switch up there between the borrower and the co-borrower. When you're ready to run, you'll click the submit button, and that will then trigger an email that goes out to the borrower. So the borrower will get the email, they'll be able to go through and do the verification process. And then you'll also see the status here, and you can always click the status button for it to update for you, but it should update itself. And then we'll kind of switch over from how you get to Truv to what it looks like on the back end when you send the verification out. This is the email that will come to the borrower. It comes from Truv, so it'll have your logo in here, and then they'll be able to go and click the verify instantly button, which will then take them into Truv. They'll click that button. They'll be taken to Truv. They'll click agree and verify. It'll also pre-populate the employers in here, so they're not going to need to search for them themselves. And again, this will have your logo, all that good stuff. So they'll click agree and verify. Their employers will show up here, and they'll walk through the process of logging into their either their payroll provider or their employer. So you can see very straightforward username, password. In some circumstances, the borrower may need to do multi-factor authentication because they are logging into their payroll system or their employer system. So there's sometimes people will use SSO to log in or need to do the multi-factor piece. There might be an opportunity where they need to reset their password, and they can do that directly through Truv. So once the bar completes their portion, you will be notified. There's notification emails that go out to let you know that, hey, this has been sent, they've completed it, or the link has expired. So you'll be alerted as they make progress through their verification. And so you can come in here, click the status to complete the update. You see it's completed. And then you can come over here into the import employment. You can copy the employer details over, and then it'll kind of show you everything broken out and how it is calculated. Coming in here, we also have an ERLA section. So this will populate into the income section. And then you can also go in and add other employers or other income afterwards. And you can also re-verify an open request. So to do that verbal, you can click re-verify. It's also included free of charge for up to 90 days. You just click re-verify. One thing to note is, yes, the borrower may have authenticated in the first time around to Truv and got logged in. And sometimes we can do re-verifications and they won't need to log in. But if for whatever reason they have MFA in place and it expires after 2 weeks, or they've changed their password, they may need to go through the process and log back in again. So that's very important to note, that you don't go and tell people if it's one time you've logged in, it's done, you never have to do it again, because that tends to be a point of friction for folks. So, and then all of the supporting documentation will pull over. The way we configured it was to pull over at least the last 2 year-end pay stubs, the last 4 just regular pay stubs, and then the last 2 W-2s. So that's what you should expect to see if we're able to pull that information back from the provider. But if you're seeing missing documentation, you can always flag that to our support team at support@truv.com. You'll also get the VOA report pulled over, and that report ID will populate directly into Byte as well in a GSE field.